Well, Marty, we just landed coming back from Hatteras Island here in Kinston. The only way you can get to Hatteras Island right now is by helicopter. We took off in two OH-58 helicopters from the North Carolina National Guard. They're doing a damage assessment and a recon mission out there. What we saw was incredible. I mean, you're right, thousands of people, about 2,500 to be exact, cut off from the rest of the world. They ignored the governor's mandatory evacuation order to get out. That order issued earlier in the week, well before the hurricane got here. They ignored it. They wanted to stay. And now they're cut off. I mean, the reason is Highway 12, which leads north-south into Hatteras Island, the part that kind of connects it to other islands in the Outer Banks, which then connect to the bridges to the mainland. That highway completely decimated, washed over. It's not just washed over. It looks like an earthquake hit it. It's completely chopped up. The storm and the storm surge completely just chopped up the road, and now it's not just flooded. The ocean is now washing over it. There are ocean currents washing over that road. So it is in very bad shape. There are also down power lines out there. I don't think that road is going to get up to speed maybe for a couple of weeks at least. And some of the local citizens there agreed with me when we kind of walked around that area to assess it. So these people may be cut off for a while. They are going to send an emergency ferry, we're told, but that may not get out there until tomorrow. The people out there were told to have enough food and supplies for about 3 days. And the people we talked to out there said they did have that, but they took a real chance in riding this out. They dodged a bullet. It looks like we didn't see any reports of serious injuries out there, but right now these people are very, very isolated, Marty.
So, Brian, and I understand there's a delay here, but what is the plan of action then? Repair the roads or simply get everyone out of there?
Well, I talked to a National Guard official about that before we left, and he told me that unless there are distress calls from Hatteras Island, if people are in bad shape, if there are serious injuries, they will not send rescue teams out there to get them off. And the people we saw on the island, they seem to be in good shape. I mean, they've got food, they say, for probably at least a couple of days. Maybe in the interim, you'll see a ferry coming out there. They expect that to get out there by tomorrow. But again, that's going to be a slow process. And, you know, with 2,500 people stranded, to get enough food and supplies to last them what may take a couple of weeks to build back this highway, that's kind of a tough road to hoe.
Right. And we know that this is always a very vulnerable area. So I'm wondering, has this happened before?
Not that I know of, Marty, and the people out there said that they hadn't seen anything like it before. Now, given that, they've ridden out Category 3 hurricanes. One guy told me he's even ridden out a Category 4 there. It's hard to imagine because that place is very, very vulnerable. But people there said they had not seen anything like this before as far as flooded roads, flooded neighborhoods, and now these roads cut off. So it is a new situation for them, and they hope to be able to kind of outlast the isolation.